welcome back to my channel. I am Christy. I am so glad you're here. Today we are talking about one of my favorite topics, which is food. Specifically, delicious restaurants and delicious restaurants in Chicago. My husband and I moved to Raleigh, North Carolina from Chicago about a year and a half ago. I lived in Chicago for a total of about 4 years. My husband was there for about 10 years. Throughout our years of living in Chicago, we tried a ton of different restaurants. Chicago has an incredible food scene, and in going to these different places, we definitely found our favorites. Many that we went back to many a time. So when we went back to Chicago for the holidays this past December, we knew that we had to have a list ready of places we would like to try to go while we were staying in Chicago for a week. So we did not hit every single place on our list, but we did hit a good portion of them. I think I have a total of 6 places for this video. So that's what this video is gonna be. 6 of my absolute favorite restaurants in Chicago. Obviously, I have not tried every restaurant in Chicago. That could be near impossible. I don't know, maybe if you spent your whole life there, Siri, what was I saying? Oh, maybe if you spent your whole life in Chicago, you'd be able to try all the restaurants, but even then, I don't think you'd be able to. So I would absolutely love to know your favorite Chicago restaurants, if you're Chicago local, if you visit there quite a bit, or even if you've only gone a couple times but love the food. Please leave it in the comments below. I would love to try your recommendations the next time we go. Also, this is not just gonna be me talking. I'm going to insert clips of the different places we went to while we were in Chicago, so please don't think that I'm just going to be describing this to you without visual aids, because let's be honest, you wanna see the food. You don't care about seeing me. We're here for the food, people. So without further ado, let's get into the 6 restaurants that I'm sharing today for my favorite restaurants in Chicago. So the first place on my list is potentially the most important one, in my humble opinion. So the first one is Monty's in Ravenswood. First of all, Ravenswood is just such a cute little neighborhood in Chicago. I love the Ravenswood Lincoln Square area. I should also mention I have a ton of Chicago videos on my channel. I did a ton of neighborhood guides, just Chicago guides in general while I was still living there. There is a playlist for that on my channel, so feel free to check that out. I do have a Lincoln Square video. I just think the Ravenswood Lincoln Square area is so cute. There's so much to see and do, so many cute local shops. And Monty's, you guys. So Monty's is known for their Philly cheesesteaks. Now I know, if you're from Philly or from Pennsylvania, I grew up in Pennsylvania, you know this is a sensitive subject, and it is for me too. Philly cheesesteaks are a sensitive subject. And it is because most places do not do anything close to a genuine, authentic Philly cheesesteak. They might say it's a Philly cheesesteak on the menu, but we know that 9 times out of 10, that's not the case. With that being said, I am very, very, very picky about Philly cheesesteaks. When I was growing up in Pennsylvania, there was a small little local restaurant that to this day, still, the best Philly cheesesteak I've ever had. Oh my God. It's so good, I'm so stressed. I actually really want to do a video of me going back to my hometown of Pennsylvania because there are so many places I want to go. By that I mean I have 2 places I want to go, and one is to get the cheesesteak. Anyway, we digress. So Monty's is known for their cheesesteaks. I will say their cheesesteaks are incredible. Definitely in my top 3 of cheesesteaks I've had in my life. Not only are their cheesesteaks really good, but their fries are phenomenal. All of the food that we've ever had there, like their appetizers, are so, so good. So I highly recommend going there and trying, I mean, anything you want on the menu. It's delicious. It has a really nice, like, chill atmosphere there as well. They have TVs with like movies or sports usually playing. It's like a bar grill kind of vibe. So what to get there? I usually get the original cheesesteak. This is just a cheesesteak with provolone cheese and onions, you guys. My mouth is literally watering thinking about it right now, and we have yet to find a good Philly cheesesteak in Raleigh. So also if you have a recommendation for that, please let me know. But I would give anything to eat that right now, God. Anyway, so I get the original. My husband is a big fan of spicy food, so he actually gets their Rocky cheesesteak, which is kind of like their spicy take on a Philly cheesesteak. It has the provolone cheese, it has jalapeno, charred serrano peppers, and a spicy mayo on top. I've tried his, it is delicious. If you like spicy food, absolutely give that a try. But that is our usual order. We love the Rocky and the original cheesesteak. I highly, highly recommend, if you're going to Chicago, you have to try Monty's. It is one of our absolute favorites in this city. And it's just a fun hangout spot. It's just a nice place to hang out. They have games there. They have stuff on the TV. It's just really fun. So one of the best Philly cheesesteaks I've had in my life, but in Chicago. So highly recommend Monty's. This is gonna be so hard to get through this video without me being like for every single place because they're my favorites. We literally put them on the list for a reason, so I'm sorry in advance. The next place that I'm going to discuss is Chung Man Chicken. You guys, again, I need to chill out. So Chung Man Chicken, or CM Chicken, is incredible Korean fried chicken. If you have not ventured into the world of Korean fried chicken yet, I'm telling you right now, you need to find a place nearby you and try it immediately. It is so freaking good. So CM Chicken has a few different locations throughout the Chicagoland area. We have been to their original location, which I think is in Glenview on Milwaukee, and that is a super fun vibe. They have like music playing, lots of lights, a bunch of outdoor seating. It's really fun. But on this visit, we actually went to their location in the Pacifica Square food court in Aurora. So Pacifica Square is actually an Asian grocery store, and they have a really cool food court, and they have a CM Chicken there. So we went to that location, and I actually am going to be showing a little bit more of that grocery store in another vlog that I'm going to share from our time in Chicago. So come back to my channel if you want to see that. But the chicken was divine, obviously. My absolute favorite thing to get there is their garlic soy chicken. The garlic soy sauce is so good. Hands down, my favorite, like the best. So this time I actually tried something a little bit different because usually I just get the garlic soy chicken tenders with rice. But this time I saw that they had a little like bowl option. It was called the Shaibot bowl, and it had rice in it. And then you got to pick one sauce to go on your chicken tender bites. So I picked the garlic soy. You got some waffle fries in there, and it was so good. And it actually was the perfect portion amount, because I will say, if you're going just for like the chicken tender portion, you get a lot of food. Like a lot of the times Barish and I would share just one order of the chicken tenders with rice because you get a ton of chicken. So this little bowl, the Shaibop, was a really nice alternative just to have this for me, which worked out really well because I was meeting a friend for dinner. So really enjoyed that. Their chicken is so good, you guys. You have to try it. At this location, they also had the Korean corn dogs, which if anybody knows me, you know that I love a corn dog, but I also love a Korean corn dog that is, instead of having the hot dog in the middle, you have just cheese. It is so good. So I also tried that there, and it was delicious. So Chung Man Chicken is another amazing Chicago local place that I highly recommend. Siri's literally listening to all of my conversations, and she just listened to my entire diatribe about corn dogs, and she just said, I agree, they're remarkable. Girl, will you chill out? You're crazy. This next place, I am not even sure how to begin because this place is so good. I know I've said this about every place, but I'm gonna say about every place on this list because this restaurant Barish introduced me to, and basically it has ruined chilaquiles for me because anywhere that I have tried chilaquiles since going to this restaurant, it just doesn't compare. So up next on the list is Tiztal Cafe, which is in Uptown. I just love this restaurant. It has a really nice vibe. You know, when you go to a breakfast place, you're like, oh, this is cute. That's like how I always feel when I go there. They have a nice indoor space, but they actually have a big outdoor back patio for outdoor seating when it's nice out, which I really like. They do a Mexican style breakfast. They also have juices and smoothies. The food is incredible. Let me start with their famous oatmeal shake. I know that sounds weird, an oatmeal shake. What is that? It basically tastes like a milkshake, but I guess it's made out of oats. So it kind of has this like oaty, sweet, cinnamony taste. And it is literally the best thing I've ever had. Like no milkshake will ever compare. It is so good. I don't know if ice cream is actually in it, I would assume, but you have to try one of their oatmeal shakes because it is so good. Oh, I'd also give anything for that right now. What I usually order for breakfast at Tiztal is their chilaquiles with eggs and chorizo, and that's like what's so wild to me, is I actually am not a big pork eater in general. I don't really like pork, but their chorizo is so good. It is not greasy, which is usually my turnoff for chorizo. I just feel like it's too greasy and I don't like it. Their chorizo is so good, and their chilaquiles, you guys, like when I say that I don't think I'll ever have chilaquiles that is as good as Tiztal's, I mean it wholeheartedly. When Barish and I went there for breakfast in December, we were beside ourselves. We were like, how are we not going to come back here and eat here at least one more time before we go? We didn't. and I really wish we would have. It is so good. Next up on the list is not only one of Barish and I's favorites, but it's also a family favorite. Barish's family, his like aunt and uncle and their kids and his grandma absolutely love this restaurant. And we went there with them when we were in town this past December, and that is Kababi, which is a Persian / Middle Eastern restaurant in Albany Park. Their food is so good. And I also really like it because the service is incredible. Like, they're so on it with service. And I feel like it has a really nice family vibe because I feel like a lot of people go there with their families for like a family dinner. So I really like that. I feel like it makes it really fun. We shared so many dishes at Kababi. Honestly, you can't go wrong with anything on their menu. I know that we shared the beef shish kebab, the chicken kubeda, the lamb kubeda, and the hummus, the eggplant, the pita bread. All of the platters with any type of kebab or kubeda come with a huge thing of rice, and you can choose, I think, between 2 kinds of rice, or you can get like a mix, half of one, half of the other. Their bread is incredible. I feel like ever since we went to Turkey, I'm like, the bread here in America just doesn't cut it. Truly, Middle Eastern bread, it's like there's something completely different about it. It just tastes so fresh and so good. So their bread was really good. Their hummus and baba ganoush was incredible. So highly recommend checking out Kababi if you're in Albany Park. I'm gonna have a lot to say about this next place because I think this might be the best burger in Chicago. I know that might be a controversial opinion, but I'm gonna say it. I am talking about Little Bad Wolf in Andersonville. This place has been one of our favorites for years. We used to live in Edgewater, which is right next to Andersonville, and we would go to Little Bad Wolf all the time. It is a perfect date night spot. It has a nice dark atmosphere, a lot of mood lighting, and it just has a fun atmosphere. I really, really like it. Their drink menu is so good. They have a cocktail menu that are like kind of like their house recipes. Every cocktail I've ever tried there is delicious. Highly recommend checking that out if you happen to go there. Their food menu is so good. I have tried some of their shareable items. I have tried their bows. I've tried the burgers. I think we've tried the tacos before too, and honestly, everything that we've tried there has been so delicious. However, their burgers are definitely the pièce de résistance because, oh my gosh, their burgers are so good. Their burgers and fries, incredible. Their fries are like seasoned and they give you like a garlic aioli with them, which like knock me out, might as well, it's delicious. But their burgers come in 3 different options. You can get 3 little sliders, you can get the regular Little Bad Wolf burger, or is it called Bad Burger? Maybe it's just called Bad Burger. Anyway, it's just their double cheeseburger, and then you can get wild and get the Wolf Burger, which is like 3 patties with bacon. You can go all out with that one. I've never tried that one. I've only had the like original double patty burger. You guys, it is just life-changing how good this burger is. I've been to Au Cheval in Chicago, which for the longest time like has been the best burger in Chicago, rated by like magazines and food publications and things like that. I've had their burger and it is so good, but I really struggle with like a 3-hour wait to go to Au Cheval, and I would much rather just go to Small Cheval, which is owned by the same company, but it's literally just 4 burgers. So you can go to Small Cheval, get a burger and fries, you're good to go. Actually, if you aren't going to go to Little Bad Wolf, I do recommend going to Small Cheval. We did not go there while we were in Chicago on this visit, probably because we were like, we're going to get burgers at Little Bad Wolf. We don't also need to go to Small Cheval, but Small Cheval is delicious. Their shakes are so good. You can get a boozy milkshake, which I love. Their burgers are amazing. Their fries are amazing. They have a house-made garlic aioli. Highly recommend Small Cheval. But if you're looking for a more upscale experience, I would definitely try Little Bad Wolf in Andersonville. Plus, Andersonville is so fun to walk around. Tons of local shops, coffee shops, restaurants, etc. And the burger is just incredible. I absolutely love it. I will say, the wait at Little Bad Wolf is now very long as well. So I would definitely plan accordingly for that. I would either go early for dinner or I would just plan on there being a wait. And maybe go a little bit earlier than you want to eat, put your name in and go wander around. Highly worth it though, highly recommend Little Bad Wolf. The final place on my list for this video is Birreria Zaragoza. This is located in Archer Heights, and I just want to say, because I need to toot my own horn for a second, Barish and I went there a few years ago. I think that we saw it on Google Maps as like a highly rated option for birria tacos, and we were like, we absolutely have to go. We went for the first time a couple years ago and our minds were blown by how delicious it was. Since then, this place has really blown up. We were actually watching the Taco Chronicles Chicago episode on Netflix, and we were so shocked and happy to see that this place made it on the list because truly their food is incredible. The people who work there are so nice. Their service is amazing. So we were so excited to see them on that special. I've also seen since then that they've been written up in like the Michelin guide online. So we knew when we were going this time that there might be a little bit of a different situation than on our first visit. And we were right. They were so busy, which I was so happy for them, but it did mean that we could not eat in. We actually had to take everything to go, which was fine by me. Happy to eat my tacos in the car. I honestly don't care at all. I was just thrilled that we were even able to get any. And I am happy to report that the quality of the food and the service has not changed. In fact, the service might have even been better this time than it was last time. We got their birria tacos and theirs are just probably the best I've ever had. I've had other places where it's good. There's a couple places down here in Raleigh actually where they do a good birria taco, but Zaragoza just like takes it to the next level. Everything that we got was so delicious. So if you're in Chicago, I highly recommend you go out to Archer Heights and try out Birria Zaragoza because you will not regret it. The food is so good. That is it for this little video on my favorite restaurants in Chicago. Again, these are just 6 of my favorite ones that we happened to go to on our last visit. I'm hoping to do another video like this the next time we go, hopefully in a few months when it's a little warmer outside. And I will share those with you as well. I have a couple more Chicago videos coming to my channel in the coming weeks, so if you're interested in seeing more, please come back, subscribe, come check out the scene. If you want to see my previous Chicago videos, those are all linked below in a playlist. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it as always, and I will see you in the next one.